All right, here is the hybrid or what online PT program for your gym. And there's two main parts to this. Number one is to offer it to your current members if they are going on cancel, if they're going to go on hold. And this is like or if they're going into self quarantine or practicing social distancing, right? This is so
Yeah.
you can save them. So you
Yeah.
can retain, we need to retain first. So this is why we need to build it for them, right? So first of all, we need to retain. And secondly, then we need to be able to grow. So how do we continue to grow the business in this environment as well? We need to have an online service offering. And this online service offering, so normally we were going from a group in-person model, so group, regardless, semi-private, small group, big group, whatever. Now what we're doing is we're going online, but now it's one-to-one.
Yeah.
So one-to-one is more premium, more expensive in any scenario, right? So I've got some ad copy here, and I'm just going to rattle off a few of the bullet points and talk through them as we go. So let me just go here. So that is not it. Let me see. Where did it go? Right. So I've got it here. So you've got the premium, which is now one-to-one online. So everything's premium because we're not doing an online program like an influencer where they're selling ebooks for like $7. They've got volume. We don't want that. So we're doing local area still. So we're still doing local area. So when we do market, it's like you're the pillar of a local community. People know that you're local, and also that it's that they know that they get a coach. They're getting accountability coach, which is one-to-one accountability and personalized nutrition. And so let's go on this. Building out your online program, you first of all need to have online streamed training classes. So this can be whether it's in a private Facebook group, which I would highly recommend. Everybody should have a private Facebook group. That's number one. And then you live stream only in the group because these are people only paying you, right?
Yeah.
And they can then participate on their phone. So you can live stream a Facebook group. That's easy, no tech. Or you could use Zoom. Zoom is like free up to 40 minutes. But if you want to run longer classes than that, then Zoom is like $25 a month, roughly. 20, $25 a month. And that gets you up to 100 people on at any one time. And that's more than enough for an online streamed thing to start with, right? So that's number one. And they have a class timetable, and you set out the class timetable, whether you do it daily or you set it out for the week. Like, here's the times, here's the classes. We're going to do a strength one, a cardio one at this time, and whatever, yoga here and whatever. And it's all stuff that they don't need really equipment for. Number two is they get customized meal plans that are designed around, number one, their body, their stats, their age, their height, their weight, their goals, and the foods that they enjoy. And that is all done through apps or pieces of software, which again, you have one online client and it covers the software cost for you for pretty much the rest of your clients. And I've got some more video trainings on how to do that, but that's the simple part of it right there.
Yeah, sweet.
And the next part, so that's customization on the meal plan. Then they get assigned their very own coach, their very own mentor to take them through the whole way. And that means you have roughly, say, 30 to 50 clients per trainer. Let's just start at 30 as a general rule of thumb. So you have, and those 30 clients now become that trainer's client list because they're not in the gym training as many classes anymore if you get shut down.
Yeah.
Or get reduced down to small groups or whatever. So then this is how they become more valuable as an employee, because now they're becoming not just a trainer, now they're a coach and mentor, which is now more valuable to the client. And so ways you can do that is like daily morning text message. Morning, Mary. Yoga's on at 11 a.m. Looking forward to seeing you on the live stream class. Before the yoga class starts, though, be sure to access the mobility modules because we're going to, you've got that dodgy hip, and we need to make sure that you're just that extra warmed up before the class.
Yeah.
Bang. That's a text. Next person, go. And that's part of the job of the accountability coach. Send out daily texts. Also, what could go out, it could just be something as simple as, if it's nothing like, hey, it could just be like a daily affirmation, something positive quote or something. Hey, Mary, here's a positive quote of the day. This is what I want us to live by. Bang. And it just could be like a simple one sentence quote that just really gets them going. But they're getting that constant one-to-one touch point each day as a text, right? Then as a part of the one-to-one accountability, they get either one a week or one a fortnight. It's up to you, your cadence you want to do. A one-to-one call like what you and me are doing on Zoom or on a Facebook video chat or on a FaceTime. So that way you can have that verbal conversation with somebody to keep them on track. This is then where you go back to that nutrition app, and then you can check their foods, how they're checking in, check their percentage of meals that they're checking in. I can't remember the word anyway. So you can see, like, are they hitting 50% of their meals, 70% or whatever? So then you can like help with the accountability on that side of things with the food. Then you can see like, hey, I didn't see you on any of the live streams this week. What's going on? And so you can keep sort of tabs on them like that as well, because that's what needs to happen. It's accountability. Then they get also access to on-demand content. So this is point number 4. They get on-demand content. There's pre-recorded stuff about diet, about training sessions, about warm-ups, about mobility, about new meal prep, about supplements, stuff that is like universal for everybody, that you don't have to keep repeating over and over, that you can then use as an asset, as a system that people then can go through and access, kind of like the Netflix on-demand stuff. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I pick and choose. Okay, I'm a dude. I don't want to look at the lean toned buns and booty. Like, okay, I'll go over to the like, okay, body weight jacked and shredded. I'll go look at that stuff or whatever. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So then that way they can get access to the stuff. And that's all. And you can say, look, it's all done with you guys. So you get your coaches or whoever, like, so they got the familiar faces of the gym on there. The live streamed Q&A is point 5. So each week you have an hour session or a 45-minute session or however long, and it's streamed within your Facebook group or on Zoom, whichever way you prefer. And it's just like where you open it up for Q&A about anything about diet, about training, about like how to get their food delivered, or anything to do with what you're offering, with what you do as health and fitness, right? The accountability coach is also there, where they have, that's their access point. So they can ask them questions if they don't want to be on the live Q&A, if something's a bit more personal. That's why they got their one-to-one coach. They still have full access to the gym if they want the full access classes, or another option could be is you have a tiered range of this. And this is where membership options become into it. And this is where it can be like this. The 3 big ones I can think of is this: exclusively online, exclusively in the gym, and hybrid is somewhere in the middle where you have a combination of the two. And that hybrid has a range of different variations that you could do. For example, hybrid could be all the online accountability and personalized nutrition and everything else that we spoke about or previously in this video. But also then they get one-on-one PT session a week. Or they get one semi-private session per week, where it's like they get to come in, they use the strength equipment and whatever, or they can come to like one group class a week where they can actually start using equipment, etc. So that, you can have like a range of stuff that you do that, or you could say once a month you come in for a full body scan, checkup, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like where you could have like we do a movement screen. It doesn't have to be a session. It could be just like something that's in person, like a consultation. Or an assessment where you do and you adjust and change their nutrition and their training program accordingly from there, right? Then final piece to this, where I spoke about the gym access or like at home with no equipment, is this: if you're completely shut down or you've got like your gym classes has started to really drop, you can lease out or loan out your equipment to people to be able to work at home. All they have to do is sign a register, put down like a deposit, like a holding deposit, and they can get their money back when they return the equipment. So for example, set of dumbbells. Just say we're going to do the at-home body shred dumbbell workouts. You just need one set. And then you just get everybody come in as a one-to-one appointment if they don't want to come in with big groups of people to avoid all the plague that's going on, right? And that way they can have the one-to-one appointment. When they come, you give them hand sanitizer upon entry. You spray down the equipment. They have the register, like where they got to log their name, put their whatever, put down a cash deposit or something, and then it's right there. Then they can go along their way. So they've got their fully cleaned equipment ready to go. And that can be from like barbells if they've got a garage they want to put it in, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, or bands, bowls. Anything you can think of, like med balls and stuff like that. help them out. Foam rollers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, then you can sell them equipment. It's an extra add-on. Hey, we've got these packs, we've got bands, balls, and mats, or whatever. And this is like, and you find these packs, and you can get them sent straight to their house if you like. So you can buy them online and send them straight to them, or you can buy them in bulk, get them sent to your gym, and then you can post them out. Do you know what I mean? So there's options there for extra revenue on top of that. So that's what we've gone through about all the inclusions. Now I haven't talked about price yet because I wanted to really pre-frame the value. Like that sounds bloody good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds bloody good. Now, do you think they're going to get more results doing that than coming to a gym without the accountability, without the personalized diet?
Yeah.
I reckon they're going to get way better results, right? Because it's one-to-one. One-to-one PT is the strongest retention you'll ever have. And we're just doing one-to-one with high retention online. It's just amazing. And it's less time because you're texting them each morning. You're having one phone call a week. Instead of seeing them 3 one-on-one sessions a week, you've reduced your time from 3 hours down to like, maybe call it 1 per person.
Yeah.
So your gym, so just say you dedicate an hour a week dedicated to each client. If you were to extrapolate that out, or maybe an hour and a bit or whatever, that means each trainer is working 30 to 40 hours a week being an online coach.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. So now these coaches can still stay employed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that way, so this is really cool. Now, what we talk about with pricing, I would highly recommend that we start with this model at $200 a month or $50 a week, whichever way you want to look at it. Somewhere in that price point. So maybe if you're feeling a little bit hesitant, this is for like the online, if they're getting the personalized nutrition and the personalized accountability. That's if they're getting the online. And you could probably like keep your members at that price point. If you want to, this is for point 1, retaining your clients. You can keep them at the similar price point. Maybe you want to give them a little bit of, maybe you just need to show them that it's like the value is there. It's like, hey, you still got access to the gym. Plus we're adding in all this other stuff. And for you as our current members, we're going to be able to keep it at that price point for you. But for anybody new coming in, it's going to be more expensive than that.
Yeah.
So because you're loyal, because you're whatever, we're going to add all this amazing extra value at no extra cost to you.
Yeah.
Right? That's that. So that would be a starting point. Then if you start doing hybrid stuff where you're like, okay, we're going to do nutrition, accountability, all the cool online stuff, and you're going to get a one-on-one PT session a week, then you could go up from there or you can get a semi-private session per week or every fortnight or every month, however you want to extrapolate it out. Then you can make it more, like I've got a client yesterday, he's doing a one-on-one PT session a week with all the hybrid stuff or online stuff for, I can't remember. It was more than, it was like, it was adding like an extra $20 a week or something like that.
Yeah.
Because then that added up to be like, it was doing 1 PT a month actually. So that was like $80 for the PT session plus the online stuff. Do you know what I mean? So you can just massage it a little bit. So the price points are not set in stone. It's up to you, the gym owner, to figure out what you want to do. But if you're starting, and if you're a bit hesitant, you could start at maybe $40 a week for the online where it's full customized and stuff like that. But I would suggest not to make it any cheaper than that because you don't overvalue the in-person stuff. The in-person stuff is cool, it's groups, but like this is one-to-one, so it's premium.
Yeah.
And so now that's that. That's part 1, offering it to current clients and what's included in it. Part 2 is that now growing. How do we grow, get more people to do this? Well, we still market like what we've been doing to the local area because you're a local business. So we market to the local area. And then we probably do something shorter timeframes in terms of challenges. We normally be doing 12 weeks for you guys. But what I would suggest is we do 21 day, 28 day, something like that. And we have it because a defined end program always converts better, whether it's 12 week, 12 days, whatever. You need to have a time frame. You can't just say it goes on forever. That just doesn't convert. So we need to do that first and foremost. Shorter time frame being you're going to be on the phone now. You've got to be able to close people over the phone, and it's easier at lower price points. So if you've got this whole, just for example, you do a 28-day and it's $199. Well, you can close $200 over the phone or $199 over the phone. Easy. Not as easy. It can be done, but not as easy to close $1,000 over the phone.
No. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you want to be able to because now you as the gym owner are pretty much just going to be doing sales calls, which is what you've already been doing. But now you need to be able to outsource the coaching and accountability to your trainers. So you assign them clients, and all you're doing is generating new revenue and speaking to current members to try and transition them over if they need to. And you're going to be working a lot. You're going to have that phone, get some masking tape and just go like this, wrap it around your head so it just doesn't leave. Yeah. Or maybe just get some AirPods. That might be better.
Yeah. It's good. So there's a bit of content to get up and running on this end. Pre-live stream, because there is access to I've already got free access to good video content for classes. Just run with that initially, and then introduce our own stuff as well.
What do you mean? You've got pre-recorded stuff already?
Well, what's happened a lot in industry, which is kind of a pretty cool thing, is Snap Fitness recently messaged through, and they've got free access to everyone. You just go through a link for 90-day online classes, and they've got 30 different HIIT classes on there.
Yeah. Well, look, if it's branded another gym, I highly recommend don't use it because, it's like you're promoting another person's business and that's kind of unethical in my eyes.
Yeah.
So
just get down, create content. And
this is what needs to happen. This is another thing. So, okay, now talking about content creation, people can now go, okay, this sounds amazing, Jimmy. Where do I start? Well, you start with the live streaming, you start with the customized meal plans, and you start with the text message one-to-one accountability. The pre-recorded stuff is, think of it like Netflix. They didn't have the whole library they have on there today when they launched their digital version of Netflix fucking 6 years ago or whatever.
No.
They just started with the minimum viable product.
Yeah.
And went from there. And so remember, your live streams as well can then become pre-recorded content down the track. So as you're doing live streams, you do a yoga class or you do a strength class, you do a HIIT class, boom, save that, bang. Now that's a pre-recorded HIIT class that anybody can do at any time.
Yeah.
So just go. Don't bother about getting everything perfect. Maybe create a welcome video. Obviously, hey, welcome to the thing, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Here's how to best use the group. Make sure and give them the rules, like how to get the most out of it. You make sure you always, you've got the correct phone number given to your coach so they can stay in contact with you each day. Make sure you're checking the timetables that are posted in the Facebook group each day or each week so you can attend the classes that you see fit. Make sure that you're using the app to track your food. And make sure you're part of the community, because we hear about fun community, because this is about connection. This time now, getting online is about human connection and community above anything else. It's not about results. The one-to-one accountability and nutrition is great because it's what people think that they want, right? Is I want this, but what they're really getting is they're getting an individual to talk to.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing above all the tactics around diet and all this stuff, is that they're getting looked after and cared for.
Yeah.
That's number one. And they need to know that you give a shit. That's what it's all about. So that number one focus, they call this in the military, is the commander's intent, the CI. They don't have to worry about the game plan too hard. They just need to be like, what's the object? What's the overall intent of what we're trying to do?
Yep.
And then all the little details don't matter as long as that intent is done.
Cool.
So that's what you need to say to your team, is to be like, the intent is to make people feel loved, make people feel like we care for them, that we're their coach, which is what you guys do.
Yeah.
But this is just, you need to repeat that. It's like, don't get too hung up on the specifics. That, like, they're just general people. They don't know anything about diet and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know more about it. You know, you just need to be there to help keep them positive, to help keep them on track, but also not to just like tell them what they want to hear. You're the coach. You tell them what they need to hear at times as well. But then also help boost community by getting them to engage in the group stuff that we got, making sure they're engaging in the group Q&As, make sure they're engaging in the group classes that when they're on.
Yeah.
So they're not just sat at home by themselves. Make sure they're attending their one semi-private one-on-one group session that they have in the gym. That's the job of the coach, is to make sure that they're doing all the stuff. So they have to like pre-book them in for things. The coach does is like have to be like, hey, look, Mary, you've got your 8 a.m. 101 coming up on Saturday. If there's for any reason you can't attend, let me know now so we can reschedule, and getting ahead of it and not just turning up to the gym and going, oh, where's Mary? Hey, your fucking job was to make sure she attended.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's part they need to be on their game. They can't let shit slip and go, I told her once. No, you got to tell her every day. That's your job now. Your job used to be like jumping up and down, doing star jumps in front of the class and making sure people's technique is good and everything.
Yeah.
Your job has now changed.
Yeah.
And so then just say, for example, do a 21-day offer for like $150 and you can sell that over the phone, or a 28-day for like $200. You sell that over the phone. But then what happens after that? Well, they just roll over into like a membership, like what you would normally do. And so the membership, you just go like, you get everything here. This is what it is. And then the membership can stay the same price if you want.
Yeah.
Or you could go this way. The 21-day is more expensive. So maybe it goes like, it's $300. It's like double the price because it's a short-term blast. But then, so you can still sell that for like $299 for a 21-day personalized accountability, right? But then you can go after. You get the same experience. You still get your same coach. You still get this, but your rate reduces by 50%. To roll onto our 6-month healthy living lifestyle program.
Yeah.
Where we build out a 6-month lifestyle program for you. It's not just about a quick fix, and you still get the same coach, and that's only $49 a week, not $100.
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Yeah. Heaps of stuff. It'll take a little bit to get the old brain around it, but it's it's good things. It's I guess transitioning out from a model, like we keep the in studio rolling as much as that keeps rolling, but then transitioning with definitely all the online add-ons.
And think of it like this. Yes, there is some stuff to do. I don't deny that for a second. You just got to pull your finger out and go, which I know you can do. You've got the work ethic to do it 100% all day long. It's about getting your team on board with it now as well. Yeah. They've got to buy into it, because if they don't, if they're not sold onto it, they're not going to fucking be able to sell the clients onto it. Yeah. You know, so they've got to be excited about this, like this is a new opportunity. And think of it like this. This is something that ongoing after all this storm sort of blows over. Yeah. You're going to have 2 revenue streams now. Yeah. And one of them is highly profitable. Think you've got less overheads. Yeah. That means more profit, less time involved. You're making more money. It's happy days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. And so then you can still have the people, the hardcore people in the gym. You can still have the online. And now you've got like a really healthy business.
Yeah. No, it's good. So let's see that. Yeah, because I guess marketing wise, it changes how we advertise that. And then like the ones that are, do the in-studio ones still do 12-week projects as such?
Well, it doesn't, like, we can change whatever. Like I have gyms that will 1 month run a 12-week. The next month they'll run a 28-day.
Yeah.
Next month they'll run back a 12-week again. Like, it just depends on what we're advertising at the time and but then what you're advertising doesn't necessarily have to be the thing that you sell them. So, for example, say you speak to Mary, she's signed up for opted in for the 21-day online program, and she needs to lose 40 kilos. You're like, Mary, like,
Yeah.
you're not going to do that in 21 days.
No.
And I'd be doing you a disservice if I only showed you that. So, do you want me to show you how I can actually help you and solve your problem for good, not just a quick fix? Would you like me to show you how we can do that?
Yeah.
And she'll say, yeah. You go, okay, great. Well, 40 kilos, an average of like, this much per week of weight loss. It's going to take you X amount of weeks to get there. But then on top of that, we need to go into that maintenance phase to be able to not just like get there, because I'm sure you've got there, but then you've rebounded back in the past. Yeah. She says, yeah. And you go, good. Well, what we need to do now is it's phase 2 of that is where we do the stabilization period, where we let your new body weight settle in. That's your new set point, because we always have that rebound yo-yo back sort of weight.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's why we need to make sure that we squash that. So let's just say it's going to take you 40 weeks to lose 40 kilos, like call it 45 weeks to lose 40 kilos, which is a mission. But if you can do that, you go, that's 45 weeks to do that. Then it's going to be another like 10 weeks on top of that to let that settle in. So that's 55-week membership.
Yeah.
And now you're selling to her goal. And you can say, look, the 21-day program, like normally, memberships are at like $100 a week for this online, fully customized, personalized, blah, 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 blah. But for your 55-week, that's actually half that. That's actually going to be $49 a week for everything that we spoke about there. And you even get a 10% discount if you want to pay in full today.
Yeah.
And you could get like a couple of grand right up front. So you just need the calculator there, do the mathematics and go, so there you go. Try your best if you can do phone calls like this. But if you have to just do them on the phone, do them on the phone.
Yeah.
Just don't make it too tech. But do you know what I mean? So now we've got options. Now we've got options here. And we're actually giving them what people need, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think what other questions that people think question-wise, or what were they thinking approach-wise?
No, they're all just really excited to be able to have, like, to be honest, they're looking at it like, this is really cool opportunity. Like gyms that never had nutrition before. And then I'm like, oh yeah, like we'll group, like say for example, a group Muay Thai kickboxing gym. Now we can live stream classes where people can do it at home. And we're actually offering more coaching and accountability.
Yeah.
Like it's actually making us better.
Yeah.
So, and you won't even have to, like I've got another gym owner here on the Gold Coast. He's like, man, we were this close to moving into a bigger facility because I don't think I'm going to do it. He has a group training facility. It's small. It's 100 square meters. It's only it's tiny, 100 square meters, but he does group training in it. And he's starting to get to capacity at only like 70 members or something like that.
Yeah.
This is great. Now I can like keep that there like that, change it from group to like a one-on-one or a semi-private studio.
Yep.
And offer all this online. So now I could essentially have double, triple the clientele and like with like a third of the foot traffic in the gym.
Yeah.
And so his overheads stay the same, but his profits go right up and his flexibility goes up because he's got some good coaches there. So he won't be delivering the stuff. He'll just now be like, and he's like, man, I'll enjoy the in-person stuff even more because I'm doing less of it.
Yep.
He goes, it's amazing. Like this is like a great opportunity for us right now where everyone was sort of sitting on the fence thinking, yeah, we got to do some online stuff sometime soon. You know, it's a good idea.
Yeah. It's kind of forced the hand there.
It's forced the hand to get good at what we do. And same for me. I want you to know, I'm like, I don't have a gym anymore, but I'm going through this with you guys because if you guys don't survive, neither do I.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so you're losing clients. I'm losing clients. Like maybe you're not, but like some people are. Like I've had like two of my clients in Canada pulled the pin because they're completely closed and they freaked out.
Yeah.
But that's made me go, oh shit, I needed to have a game plan for them. So now I'm in communication with them to like show them this plan and they're hopefully coming back online. But this is what needs to happen. If people pull the pin, that's okay. You just need to come to them with a new game plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, what's the, when someone says, hey, look, I don't want to come into the gym and all the rest, what's the easiest way to, from a sales point of view, to communicate, hey, look, good news, we've got this online option?
Just like that.
Yeah. Sweet.
Just go, hey, look, I've got your back. We've got this quarantine membership. It's purely only for clients that are currently here right now. It's exclusive. It's brand new. We're rolling this out right now, and you can be one of the first to grab it. And that means you can keep your spot in the gym. It's just got to sell it to them like why it's a benefit to them, not to you, not a benefit to you. Just go, man, this is amazing. So this way you can be in the comfort of your own home. You don't even have to drive down to the gym all the time. You can stay there. You're quarantined. But guess what? You're getting me every day in your back pocket. Yeah. I'm going to be there on your case, helping you, guiding you, supporting you with your diet that's customized to you, with your absolutely everything that you need to be able to get you through it. And that you can actually, not only that, and so we're increasing the level of customer service for you. We're increasing everything. We're now delivering a premium fitness concierge online service, right? Yeah. You can call it something like that.